Hey everyone, Jeff Pelliccio here with Allied Insight, and I'm not sure if you looked at the calendar lately, but we're about a week away from Q4, so we're going to get into some fourth quarter planning. As always, if you find the information helpful and think others in your network would benefit from it, don't forget to like, share, and follow. Also, if there's something you'd like us to cover, just leave a comment below. So if you've been following along, you'll know that whenever there's a changeover in a quarter, I usually look at three main things. The first is leadership and making sure that there's been no changes in their priorities. The second is making sure that sales has everything that they need to get through the quarter. And the third is making sure that we're prepared for what's going to come 3 months down the road. Because we're marketers and not magicians, it takes time to build these things. The first one is pretty simple and inoffensive. Get on a call or schedule a meeting with your leadership team and see what changes may have taken place going into this last quarter. They may have initiatives that they want to drive on in order to make sure that they can make up for any gaps in business or gaps in demand that have happened earlier in the year. The second, on the sales end, this one also should be pretty easy. In this part of the year, I'm typically wrapping up any final elements with my salary guides. I'm also making sure that it's been passed through any approval processes internally, and I'm also starting to stage my training for my sales team. Salary guides really fill the last 3 months of my year. The reason why it fills it is it provides me content for my blog, content for social media, it provides leads to the sales team, and I can also push it on PR. It really truly is like the mother lode of marketing assets that you can do, especially right now. I'll be honest, if you don't have salary guides happening this time of year, you're gonna be really bound to whatever the sales needs are. So maybe they're going whale hunting, perhaps they have a couple of opportunities or prospects that they've been able to uncover. It would make the most sense to make sure that you're really helping them line up what it is that they need from a sales deck perspective, assets, whatever they might happen to need that will line up with those individuals in order to hopefully see a stronger conversion. So that leaves us with the third piece, and that's planning 3 months down the road. So during this time of year, when I'm looking at January and February as my 3-month projection, what I'm really trying to resolve is the holiday hangover. So typically what happens in the fourth quarter, and we all know it, is that as you get into December, things start to slow down, people's availability starts to go away, and then coming into January, that sort of comes back as a recovery. It's a little bit slow. So I would be looking to create something that can kind of speed that process up a little bit and give people reason to get in touch with us. Now, I wouldn't necessarily want to build out a larger asset like a salary guide or something this time of year, just because it's usually challenging trying to get approvals, and again, people are sort of restricted on time. I would be looking to do things like a checklist, a market trends brief, or even sort of a suggestive guide that can tell people how they can improve their hiring process in order to yield stronger conversions. Any of those types of things that would line up in your given vertical that give really specific instructions to the individuals and those pain points that they experience should really prove to be a valuable asset and provide a good kickstart going into 2022. If you're working through any of these pieces, and I know I've given you a lot, so if you're working through different prioritization with your leadership team, or if you're trying to get through the tail ends of your salary guide and set up trainings, or if you're trying to plan something to execute for the first quarter of 2022, and you need some assistance, go to our website, alliedinsight.com, and connect with us. We'll be more than happy to jump on a call and see what we can do to give you a hand.